Hi, welcome to our channel of IGNOU audiobooks, Indira Gandhi National Open University. School of Education, SOE. Postgraduate Certificate in Information and Assistive Technologies for the Instructors of Visually Impaired, PGCIATIVI. MVEI 012 Assistive and Adaptive Technologies. Block-1 Overview of Assistive and Adaptive Technologies. Unit 3 Assistive Technologies. 3.1 Introduction. The use of assistive technology is well recognized. It has lots of usage in day-to-day life. Today, assistive technology is helping the disabled in every sphere of life. In addition, we will also discuss some of the terminology closely linked with assistive technology. More details of these terms can be obtained from further readings. In this unit we shall discuss assistive technology, universal accessibility. Distinguish various types of assistive technology. Meeting the needs of students with visual impairments, and define importance of assistive technology. 3.3 What is technology? 1. Technology is not just about computers. Technology represents all the tools that we use every day for communication, work, transportation, learning, recreation, and caring for ourselves. Technology can make life easier and even allow a person to do things they could never do before. As young people with disabilities exit high school, they encounter a variety of new challenges. There will be greater need for independence in daily living. Skills, communication, transportation, work, education and decision-making. A wide variety is available to assist the young person with a disability. Successful acquisition and use of this technology may require information about technology options, planning, training and assistance from technology specialists. Technology is a part of everyday living. Technology can be an important tool for accomplishing the goals and activities identified by the student in the future. Transition planning team. New technologies are changing the way we all live and work. Technology is no longer an option, it is a necessity. Recognizes the importance of early acquisition of technology and the skills to use it so that students will be fully prepared for the transition from school to life in their community. 3.4 Assistive technology. Assistive technology, AT, is a generic term that includes assistive, adaptive, and rehabilitative devices for people with disabilities and includes the process used in selecting, locating, and using them. AT promotes greater independence by enabling people to perform tasks that they were formerly unable to accomplish or had great difficulty accomplishing, by providing enhancements to or changed methods of interacting with the technology needed to accomplish such tasks. The potential application of assistive technology, AT, is greatly enhanced through a strong foundation of knowledge coupled with creativity and problem-solving strategies. In general, any technology that enables someone to do nothing they otherwise couldn't, can be termed as assistive technology, facilitating access and achieving previously unreachable goals. Individuals challenged by a disability can benefit from technology in many facets of their personal life, education, vocation, employment, recreation and social. Assistive technology can help individuals increase independence and offer greater freedom, build self-confidence and self-esteem, improve quality of life, breaks barriers and provide tools for employment and educational opportunities. Assistive technology involves more than just hardware, devices, aids and tools. Successful delivery of assistive technology services must also include consideration of compensatory strategies, individualized techniques that an individual must learn to be successful in using a particular type of technology. 3.5 Understanding of both disability and technology. An appreciation for assistive technology applications requires an understanding of both disability and technology. Disability relates to functional limitation. What a person can or cannot do depends a lot on assistive technology. For example, a person with blindness cannot thread a needle until she doesn't have a small device called needle threader. A challenge often experienced by many entering the world of technology and disability is making sense of the large amount of available information and FMDing. Orderliness in the oftentimes conflicting information. Learning the differences between various products, approaches to specific problems, or strategies is dependent upon a foundation of basic knowledge regarding some of the factors that many forms of assistive technology share. Organization of basic information is crucial to interpreting new products and distinguishing products from one another. Assistive and adaptive technology represents both process and product. And understanding the basic goals of assistive technology, good planning practices, the resources available and the elementary aspects of the technology, the novice with assistive technology can quickly transition to become an effective user or promoter of these concepts and strategies. 3.6 Students with visual impairments. Students with visual impairments may experience slight, significant or total vision loss. For functional education purposes, the two main categories of visual impairment are low vision and blind. Blind. Most students who are blind have light perception, but a small number have absolutely no vision. Low vision. Students having low vision can learn from their residual, remaining vision and other senses. They are essentially print users but require optimal lighting and the use of optical aids and devices. It is important for a teacher to understand the nature and degree of the students' vision loss. The severity of vision loss, age of onset, intellectual ability and surrounding environmental conditions all affect how a student uses his or her residual vision. For example, reading is mostly a function of central vision and mobility of peripheral vision. A student with a central loss due to macular degeneration may not be able to read visually, but may have no difficulty with his/her mobility. Whereas a student with tunnel vision may experience great difficulty with mobility, but little difficulty with reading. Factors such as light glare, fatigue and insufficient lighting may cause vision to fluctuate. It is also not uncommon for students with vision loss to have additional impairments, e.g., vision and hearing loss, vision loss and cerebral palsy. Vision loss affects the following areas of development: acquisition of basic concepts, life skills, communication skills, orientation and mobility skills, academic development. Students with visual impairments should have access to itinerant teachers for the visually impaired who understand the educational implications of vision loss. This service can be delivered as direct teaching as well as consultation with regular class or special education teachers. Various learning resources and technologies available today can help students achieve success in learning. Relationships and independence. 3.7 Range and scope of assistive technology. What is a functional limitation? A functional limitation is any physical, mental or sensory condition that prevents a person from caring for him or herself while communicating, working, playing, or simply functioning in an environment where other people can function normally. Limitations can range from a difficulty in interpreting information, to blindness and hearing loss, to the inability to move all or part of one's body. Fortunately, functional limitations need not keep any individual, regardless of age or type of disability, from leading a full and productive life. Advanced technology has made it possible for people who are visually impaired and blind to use computers and enjoy TV, for people who are deaf to use telephones and automated telephone services, and for people with physical disabilities to meet the challenges of their environment and become independent and productive. Appropriate assistive technology applications are intended to decrease the functional limitations of a Person with a disability. Potential applications can include some of the following categories. Adaptive play. This includes the use of commercially available battery-operated toys, activities to allow young children and adults to experience control over their environment despite severe physical restrictions. Motor control deficits and developmental disabilities. Switches, single and potentially multiple switch access methods can allow the person with even the most severe disability to achieve control over many different aspects of their environment, including play, communication, education, environmental control, mobility, and perhaps employment. Environmental controls, devices and technologies, electronic aids, designed specifically to allow a person to experience better control of their environment, can increase one's independence and ability to perform routine tasks. Augmentative and alternative communication, AAC. AAC includes any technology application that results in the improvement of a person's communication with individual, in groups and even by way of telephone. AAC involves maximizing of specific language concepts and strategies to enable the non-verbal person to more actively interact with their environment. Sensory disabilities. Many forms of assistive technology can enhance our sensory interactions by modifying the means by which information is received to accommodate our sensory limitation, or by rerouting the information to a form where other senses can be involved. Alternative learning strategies, somewhat similar to sensory disabilities. Alternative learning strategies can be developed for individuals with specific learning deficits. By capitalizing on the strengths of the individual, computer-based adaptive learning hardware and software can enhance the overall learning experience. Adaptive computer access. Computers can be adapted through a variety of methods to enable alternative input control or output required by the person with a disability. These adaptations may be in the form of additional hardware, software, or a combination of the two. Most computer operating systems today allow for customization of the computer control process to accommodate nearly any special needs of the individual with a disability. 3.8 Assistive technology devices. Any item, piece of equipment or product system, whether acquired commercially, off the shelf, modified, or customized, that is used to increase, maintain, or improve the functional capabilities of children with disabilities. Assistive technology is redefining the possibilities for people with wide ranges of cognitive and physical disabilities. Where does assistive technology take place? Classroom, sports, transportation, public buildings, home, workplace, community. Assistive devices for the visually impaired can be divided into the following 6 categories. 1. Educational devices. 2. Mobility devices. 3. Vocational devices. 4. Daily living devices. 5. Low vision devices. 6. Psychological tests for vocational assessment and training. Assistive technology in communication services includes amplifiers and voice processors. These are portable, wearable devices that amplify and sometimes clarify voices that are weak or soft or difficult to understand. Artificial larynges, devices that enable a person whose voice box, larynx, has been removed or has become dysfunctional by accident or surgery to speak by providing a sound source that is projected into the mouth for shaping by the tongue, teeth, lips, etc. Augmentative and alternative communication devices, low and high-tech devices and systems that provide speech output for people whose speech cannot be understood or who have no speech. Cognitive aids, electronic memory aids, spelling aids, software to aid in organization and formulation of written communication, etc. Assistive listening and alerting devices. Assistive listening devices can help a person with a hearing loss or auditory processing disorder hear better in conference or classrooms or other difficult listening environments. Alerting devices help people with deafness or hearing loss be alerted to doorbells, phones ringing, babies crying, alarm clocks, fire alarms, or other environmental events. Hearing aids. Hearing aids have become much smaller and more powerful than ever. A comprehensive hearing aid evaluation can help you identify and choose the best hearing aid for your needs. 3.9 Meeting the needs of students with visual impairments. 3. A number of the most common technologies are presented below. Using low technology. Use photocopiers or word processing programs with large print options to enlarge educational materials. Use bold-lined paper, darkened lines, enlarged spaces, for students who are unable to successfully use regular paper. Use large print or braille textbooks and novels. Request help from the itinerant teacher for the visually impaired in your area. Closing parenthesis. Create optimum reading angles and lighting by bringing books closer to student through use of tilted desktops and book stands. Use reading windows, templates and line markers, rulers, to help student keep his/her place on the page when reading. Use low-vision optical devices such as magnifiers, telescopes. Magnifiers assist students with near-distance vision tasks like reading and writing, but telescopes assist with far-distance vision tasks such as reading the chalkboard. Both telescopes and magnifiers can be handheld or mounted on eyeglasses. Note, these devices are prescribed by a physician, low-vision nurse or itinerant teacher for visually impaired students. Use tape recorders to help students take notes, do assignments, answer long essay questions and complete examinations. Use braillers, machines for writing braille, for activities involving reading and writing. Use various low-tech aids such as writing guides, tactile maps, raised line drawing kits, 4-track tape recorders to help student in the classroom. Use mathematical aids such as raised clock faces, geometric area and volume aids, braille rulers and talking calculators. Use textbooks and novels on tape, disc. High-tech, computer-related strategies. Magnification systems enlarge text displayed on computer monitor screens and printed texts, making these accessible to students with low vision. Screen magnification can be provided through additional hardware or software. Magnification programs. Refreshable braille displays translate text into braille, thus providing access to computer screens and other types of information. Optical character recognition systems scan the printed word or transmit the text into computers for storage and retrieval. Screen reading programs can then read the text aloud. Portable note-takers such as the Braille, NSP, AC, Voice Output, and Braille. Light, Voice and Braille, from Blazy Engineering are lightweight electronic note-taking devices with built-in speech synthesizers. A student uses a Braille note-taker to take notes in class and uses its voice synthesizer to review notes. Device features usually include word processor, appointment calendar, calculator, terminal program and clock. Notes can be transferred to computers with Braille printers. Speech synthesizers and screen reading software allow blind users to access printed text on the computer screen by hearing the information on the computer screen. Screen reading software enables the student to navigate the screen to hear what others see. Laptop computers with large print provide students with word processing, dictionary, thesaurus, and large print software. They are suited for note-taking in the classroom, homework, studying, and note review. Braille-to-print device is a small computer system used to convert Braille entered from a standard Perkins Brailler into text. This system provides a print copy of work for the teacher and a Braille copy for the student. Laptop computer with speech and headphones, an IBM-compatible laptop computer which includes features such as word processing, meaning dictionary, thesaurus, menu facilities for handling the disk operating system, and speech output software. The personal braille embosser is a small braille printer which uses standard sized form feed braille paper to produce a braille copy of work composed on the laptop computer with speech, braille mate or braille, and speak. Note: the braille embosser can only provide braille output using braille translation software. 3.10 Benefits of assistive technology. The benefits of assistive technology cross age, disability, and health challenges. From young children to seniors, a citizen may be challenged with a learning disability, LD, blindness, low vision, hard of hearing, cerebral palsy, CP, speech impairment, mobility impairment, muscular dystrophy, multiple sclerosis, MS, developmental disability, autism, PDD, brain injury, and a range of other possible physical and/or cognitive challenges. 3.11 Assistive technology and universal accessibility. Universal or broadened accessibility or universal design means greater usability, particularly for people with disabilities. Universally accessible technology yields great rewards to the typical user as well. Good accessible design is universal design. One example is the curb cuts, or dropped curbs, in the sidewalk at street crossings. While these curb cuts enable pedestrians with mobility impairments to cross the street, they also aid parents with carriages and strollers, shoppers with carts, and travelers and workers with pull-type bags. As an example, the modem telephone is inaccessible to people who are deaf or hard of hearing, combined with a text telephone, also known as a TDD, telecommunications device for the deaf, and in the USA generally called a TTY, teletypewriter, which converts typed characters into tones that may be sent over the telephone line. A deaf person is able to communicate immediately at a distance, together with relay services, in which an operator reads what the deaf person types and types what a hearing person says. The deaf person is then given access to everyone's telephone, not just those of people who possess text telephones. Many telephones now have volume controls, which are primarily intended for the benefit of people who are hard of hearing, but can be useful for all users at times and places where there is significant background noise. Some have larger keys well spaced to facilitate accurate dialing. Also, a person with a mobility impairment can have difficulty using calculators. Speech recognition software recognizes short commands and makes use of calculators easier. People with learning disabilities like dyslexia or dysgraphia are using text-to-speech (TTS) software for reading and spelling programs for assistance in writing texts. Computers with their peripheral devices, editing, spell checking, and speech synthesis software are becoming the core stones of the assistive technologies, coming for relief to the people with learning disabilities and to the people with visual impairments. The assisting spelling programs and voice facilities are bringing better and more convenient text reading and writing experience to the general public. Toys which have been adapted to be used by children with disabilities may have advantages for non-disabled children as well. The Lecotech movement assists parents by lending assistive technology toys and expertise to families. Occupational therapists are a professional group skilled in the assessment for and support of assistive technology for people with disabilities. 3.12 Unit Summary. This completes our discussion on the introductory concepts of assistive technology. Some very elementary terms have not been defined here. You have to study these on your own. A course in this area must be supplemented by further readings to keep your knowledge up to date, as the world of assistive devices is changing fast. In addition to further readings, the students are advised to study several Indian journals to enhance Hisler knowledge. Thank you for watching. We will see you in the next video, with next chapter.